If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I just started making video posts to my channel a couple of weeks ago, so this is relatively new to me, and I'm excited to see how this journey unfolds. This channel is going to be a bit eclectic in category, mostly of a metaphysical nature. I plan on uploading more informational videos on crystals and gemstones, as well as more informational videos on mythologies of spiritual beings recognized in various cultures around the world in my daily deity videos. I've been uploading both thus far, and I've really enjoyed doing that. Today I will be doing the tarot forecast for the astrological signs for the month ahead of September. We are under a very active sky this month. The first day of September, right off the bat, we have an annular new moon solar eclipse smack dab in the middle of the constellation of Leo at 15 degrees 15 minutes. And that's using the Sidereal and Vedic Astrology systems. If you follow the Western Tropical Astrology system, the solar eclipse will be happening at 9 degrees 21 minutes Virgo. And then later on this month, on September 16th, we have the harvest moon, which is the full moon lunar eclipse at the very beginning of the constellation of Pisces at 0 degrees 14 minutes. Again, that's using the sidereal and Vedic astrology systems. Using the tropical Western system, it will occur at 24 degrees 19 minutes in Pisces. So either way, both systems really recognize this lunar eclipse as being in Pisces. So it will be a very powerful eclipse indeed. Eclipses can be summed up as bringing radical and sudden changes in our lives that can be judged as good or bad by each person. I don't want to place good or bad values on change because to me, like the seasons, everything must come to an end so that the new can come in. I see eclipses as really shaking things up where there was stagnation and giving us a new start where there were dead ends. Life is a never-ending cycle comprised of big and small changes. Some people like it, some people don't. That's really up for each person to decide whether to welcome what is to come or not. Eclipses generally bring things to the surface that were once hidden, which is why the change can be felt as though the events are occurring suddenly. Oftentimes, though, these energies were already simmering below the surface to be released during this time. This is intended to be a video focused on tarot, so I won't be going into more detail about the astrology because this is not an astrology reading video. I will, however, be interpreting the energy of how the solar and lunar eclipses are affecting each sign from the tarot cards that I see in each reading, so I wanted to share a brief preface of that information with you beforehand. I'm really interested to see what the eclipses will be bringing us in the month of September. So I have picked a couple of cards here to represent the solar and lunar energies of the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, the sun being the sun in the sky and representing the solar eclipse. It represents a lot of other things, but for this purpose, I'm just having it sort of show the solar energy of the sun being eclipsed. And then we have the moon, which is represented by the moon in the sky. It's the other luminary that is representing the lunar eclipse. So really, also a quick interjection. If the video you are watching does not somehow resonate with you on a personal level, keep in mind these readings are very general. There are only 12 signs and 7.5 billion people in the world. You might consider also watching your moon, sun, rising sign, or whatever energy you feel best represents you. Or if you are so inclined, consider consulting a professional for a personalized reading. So with that being said, I am very excited to see how these energies play out for the 12 signs for this eclipse month of September. Let's get started with your reading. Hi Aquarius, this is your tarot forecast reading for the month of September. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and focus on the sign of Aquarius. I'm going to focus on the constellation of Aquarius. I'm going to focus on the image of the water bearer. And I'm going to also focus on your ruling planet Uranus, as well as your traditional ruling planet Saturn. and anything else that I associate with Aquarius. So I'm going to pull 4 cards for your reading the first week. I'll draw 4 cards for the first week. Will be for the solar eclipse. The second week will be for the second week of September. The third week will be for the lunar eclipse, and the fourth week will be for the fourth week of September. Then I'm going to draw a focus card for you, and the shadow card will sort of give me a message or theme for the month of September for you, Aquarius. Nice. Aquarius. These cards just really want to fly out today. Okay. Let's see what we have here. All right. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and... All right. So for the first week, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I see this as being a very fortunate time for you. It's very, things are moving forward. I see sudden changes for you in a positive direction. Okay, so sudden opportunities that just sort of come out of the blue. Okay, I do see that as happening. I also see maybe it's like a unplanned trip, and I do see like I'm getting this feeling of like something coming out of nowhere. Okay, so I do feel like you has a sort of spontaneous energy, and you're sort of rolling with the punches here, and you're really just moving with that energy. Okay, and I think that's good. You're sort of allowing things to unfold as they will, and you're sort of cooperating with that energy. Okay. I do kind of get that this has to do with a little bit of travel. Okay, so I feel like you could be taking a trip. Okay, it could be even a short trip or a move. Some of you may be moving. Okay, but I do see this solar eclipse as being really good for you to sort of propel you forward in the direction that you've been hoping to go for a while. So you sort of, this is like the wheel of fate is spinning. Okay, so the second week, I do see there could be something to do with a little bit of unresolved karma. Okay, so wherever you're going, I do feel like you're going to meet somebody along your way that you feel like is a kindred spirit, and maybe they have shared some things that you have shared that have been some sort of difficulties in your past. Like you feel like you're going to be meeting someone and sharing a story. And I'm getting that you kind of can relate to their pain in a way, and that bonds you together. And I see this as being sort of like a person who's a little bit unconventional. And I know that Aquarius tends to be generally a sign that's marked as being like a little bit eccentric or quirky in some way. And I see you finding like a kindred spirit on some trip that you're going on. Again, it could be a local thing, it could be far away, but you're moving somewhere, you're going somewhere, you're in movement, and you encounter someone on your path, and I see them having some sort of important message to relate to you. It's like a familiar karmic thing where you're like recognizing this person. Okay, the lunar eclipse is going to also be really good for you. So these two eclipses are very like, this is a card of prosperity. It's the Empress. And this is like comforting to me. I do feel like this is really good energy. Okay, so generally the archetype of her, she's like the wife and the mother, okay? She's very kind, very compassionate, very generous, okay, and giving, and she's very nurturing, okay? So and it also represents growth too. So whatever or whoever you're encountering in September is going to help you grow on some sort of soul level, okay? I don't really want to make any predictions about, motherhood or anything like that, but there's like a prominent woman in your life, could be a mother, or it could be, You know, if you're a male that's watching, it could be the wife, or if you're female, this could be you as the Empress, and you're just feeling like all of your needs are taken care of and you're very comfortable. And this lunar eclipse is just really going to bring out some feeling of security in you in some way, or something where you feel like you've grown and you're very satisfied with those results. Okay. Week 4 is a little bit, I do see this as being like an up and down month. So you've got like the Wheel of Fortune was sort of spinning these high highs and low lows. Okay, so this could be sort of not really a stable month as far as like things on an even keel. Some of the signs have more of like a stable month. Yours is kind of all over the place. The star to me here is beware of false friends, for one thing. Okay. A lot of you need to stay optimistic about the changes in your life. It's unfamiliar and you may be feeling like you're doing it on your own, okay, towards the end. I do see like a really positive energy coming in for the first week. The second week, I do see you meeting someone that is, you may or may not continue talking to them later on, but someone who has like a big impact on you, a kindred spirit, a soulmate type person where you just recognize them and vibe with them. Then you have the Empress, which is like comforting, energy, growth. And then you have the Star card, which is like you need to stay optimistic about something, okay? There could be something that happens the 4th week of September and you're like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where this is taking me. Where at the beginning of the month, you were like, okay, I'm rolling with the punches, but it's just maybe a little bit too unpredictable. And you're like, not really sure I'm really know where I'm going, okay? It's just saying be hopeful, keep the faith, really. If you can't see where you're going in life, that's okay for now. We don't always know how things are going to end up, but they do generally end up in the way that they're supposed to. So the focus card here is death, and people kind of shudder when they see this card because things are coming to an end. You need to focus on moving forward. You're transforming. This month is going to be very, very transformative month for you. This is like, to me, like the snake shedding his skin. Okay, so you are transforming in some way. You're letting go of some sort of old idea or old belief. I get that there's like an old worn out belief that you have about something, and this is really time to sort of let that go and bury that so that you can move forward and sort of come out as rebirthing a new you. You are actually going through a big change this month, and somebody is going to be a catalyst for that change. Okay, so here we have the overall theme here. Okay, again, this is like very contradictory to the Empress card, because here I see a lot of creature comforts and you feeling comforted, but this is also like a loss of comfort here. I see a lot of ups and downs. Okay, so there could be moments where you're feeling secure, other moments where you're feeling insecure, and that's okay. There are things that are going to happen this month that are out of your control, and you just need to allow things to just move as they will. I think this is sort of just the general feeling that I'm getting for this month. There's a loss of control here, and something is different than it was even in the month of August. You've changed in some way. This is very, not a very specific reading, and I just feel like these energies are here for you, where you have the death, which is like you're letting go of something new is coming in. These are big picture changes, big concepts here. So I feel like this is to like energy and life patterns. Anyway, I'm going to pull a Angel's Messages card for you from the Angel Message Oracle deck from Vanessa Lampert. She put out this beautiful deck and it has some positive energy. So I just want to see what your angels or this higher power has to say for you, Aquarius, for the month of September. Let's see. Here we go. Your guides and guardian angel will guide you on life's onward journey. Okay. So you are being guided. So just keep the faith that you are being guided, even if you don't know where you're going. Okay, I do see movement here with the ship, is like you're setting sail and moving forward in life. So you're leaving some aspect of yourself behind, or a part of you that just is, you're growing. You've grown, and it's like an evolutionary process. Okay, the wheel of fortune, the wheel of change is moving. It's sort of like a vague message here, but I feel like the reading is kind of vague. It doesn't give a lot of specific details. You're letting go of some sort of idea or something that gave you comfort that you clung to before that's no longer supporting you. Okay, so this is big picture stuff here. You're being guided onward towards light, onward in your life's journey. So you're moving forward, and you're letting go of something. Yeah, I do see that this is a big time of change for you, being transformed in some way. So Aquarius, this was your forecast for the month of September. If you have any questions or comments about your reading, go ahead and leave them in the comments box below. And I wish you the best month of September. Okay, be well.